Welcome to Just Gist TV. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because stories like this do not just trend, they reshape conversations. Sometimes, it takes just one tap to throw an entire timeline into chaos. No announcement. No explanation. No warning. And yet, that single action can say more than 1,000 words. That is exactly what happened when fans suddenly noticed that Maurice had unfollowed Wats on every social media platform. What looked like a quiet digital move instantly turned into a loud emotional earthquake. Within minutes, screenshots began circulating. Fans checked once, checked again, refreshed pages, and confirmed it, Wats was no longer on Maurice's following list. Not on Instagram. Not on TikTok. Not anywhere. And in today's social media-driven world, unfollowing someone is rarely accidental, especially when history, emotions, and public attention are involved. The reaction was immediate. Fans flooded comment sections, fan pages, and discussion forums with questions. When did this happen? Why now? What triggered it? And perhaps the biggest question of all, does this finally confirm that the relationship between Maurice and Wats has collapsed completely? For weeks, fans had sensed tension. The warmth that once defined their public interactions had faded. Engagement slowed. Comments stopped. Appearances together disappeared. But many still held on to hope, believing things were simply private or temporary. That hope evaporated the moment the unfollow was discovered. According to inside information circulating among close observers, Wats has not been taking this development lightly. Sources claim she has been struggling emotionally, finding it difficult to mask her pain and frustration. While she has not spoken publicly, fans say her recent demeanor feels heavier, quieter, and more withdrawn. What makes this situation even more intense is the timing. This unfollow did not happen in isolation. It came at a moment when Sonia Uche's name is once again dominating conversations, whether through career moves, resurfaced videos, or renewed speculation about her connection to Maurice. Critics were quick to draw lines, perhaps too quickly, linking Maurice's action directly to Sonia. And that is where the love triangle narrative roared back to life. For a while, many believed the triangle had cooled down. Fans were tired. Critics complained about emotional fatigue. Everyone seemed ready to move on. But this single digital move reopened every unresolved question and emotional wound. Some fans argue that unfollowing Wats was Maurice's way of creating distance and closure. Others believe it was an emotional reaction, driven by unresolved feelings and pressure. But a growing number of critics insist that Sonia Uche's presence, whether direct or indirect, influenced the decision. It is important to note that no one involved has confirmed this. There has been no statement, no explanation, and no clarification. But in the absence of words, speculation thrives. Fans sympathetic to Wats have expressed outrage. Many feel she has been emotionally sidelined, especially after the birthday saga that once painted a very different picture. To them, the unfollow feels like rejection layered on top of emotional neglect. Others argue that social media should not be treated as a relationship contract. They insist that unfollowing does not automatically mean betrayal, but even those voices admit that doing it across all platforms sends a strong message. Midway through this story, one question keeps resurfacing. If this was truly over, why does it feel so unfinished? That question is why fans cannot let go. Critics who are quick to link Sonia Uche to this development argue that her consistent presence in Maurice's life, whether professionally or emotionally, has created a silent imbalance. They believe Maurice's actions suggest a shift in priority, a pulling away from and a recentering elsewhere. Supporters of Sonia, however, push back strongly. They argue that Sonia should not be blamed for decisions made by adults. To them, dragging her into every fallout is unfair and rooted in projection rather than facts. Still, the pattern is hard for fans to ignore. Every time Sonia trends positively, tension seems to follow elsewhere. Every time Maurice makes a decisive move, Sonia's name somehow finds its way into the conversation. Whether coincidence or emotional overlap, the timing keeps fueling theories. As for Wats, the emotional weight of the unfollow appears undeniable. Fans claim her online presence has changed. her energy feels muted. Her engagement feels cautious. While she has not directly addressed the situation, silence can sometimes be louder than words. Those close to the situation suggest she feels blindsided. After moments that once suggested closeness, affection, and public acknowledgement, being erased digitally feels like a public declaration of separation. And in the public eye, that can be deeply painful. Maurice Sam, on the other hand, has remained characteristically quiet. No explanations. No cryptic captions. No damage control. That silence has only intensified reactions. Some interpret it as maturity. Others see it as avoidance. Fans are divided. Some believe Maurice is choosing peace, cutting off emotional ties that no longer serve him. Others feel the move was abrupt and insensitive, especially given the emotional investment fans believe Pearl made. What cannot be denied is that this unfollow has reset the narrative. The love triangle, once thought to be fading, is now front and center again. And critics are exhausted. Many are openly complaining about how overwhelming the saga has become. They argue that every development reopens wounds instead of allowing closure. But exhaustion does not stop attention. And attention is exactly what this story has regained. As the situation continues to unfold, industry observers are beginning to question the cost of public relationships. When every action is watched, interpreted, and archived, even the smallest gesture becomes magnified. One tap becomes a headline. One unfollow becomes a storyline. Toward the later part of this conversation, fans are also questioning boundaries. Should celebrities owe explanations for digital actions? Or is the expectation itself part of the problem? What makes this story linger is that no one has officially ended anything. There has been no confirmation, no farewell, no statement of closure. And in that vacuum, narratives grow uncontrollably. For Sonia Uche, this development adds another layer of unwanted attention. Whether involved or not, her name continues to orbit the situation. And as her career progresses, the personal narrative surrounding her refuse to stay quiet. For Wats, the emotional fallout remains the most concerning aspect. Fans worry that public speculation is compounding private pain. Many are urging compassion, reminding others that behind the headlines are real emotions. For Maurice Sam, the unfollow has become a defining moment. A single action that has reignited debates about loyalty, priorities, and emotional accountability. As we approach the end of this story, one truth becomes clear. This love triangle is no longer just about romance. It is about perception, emotional timing, and the weight of public scrutiny. Whether this unfollow marks a final chapter or simply another twist remains to be seen. But for now, one thing is certain, the triangle continues, and fans are watching every move. Before we wrap up, we want to hear from you. Do you think Maurice Sam unfollowing Pearl Wats confirms the end of their connection? Is it fair to link Sonia Uche to this decision, or is that an unfair narrative? And should celebrities be judged for their social media actions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is Just Gist TV. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.